Said a man want to see me.
Alley out back.
Can't come in here. What is he, white? Oh, boy. So what's the score?
Hello, I'm Gabriel from Jovem Nerd. How are you doing?
Hey,
Hello. Well, I'd like to start with both of you because you've been in crime movies before. So how does No Sudden Move stand out from your previous work?
Well, you know, I hadn't done one that was set in this place before. Detroit is a character in this film, and the car companies, the corporations, and their impact on the city specifically, that we still see the effects of what happened back in that time today. So 70 years later. So it was cool to go back and have another run at a really good one with my boy Benicio, who I've been hoping to work with for many years.
For me, this one is one of those crime movies shot during the pandemic. It was shot during a very difficult times, and Steven Soderbergh and the production company and other people that were involved in created a bubble to shoot this film. So I've done many of these crime movies, and this is the first one, hopefully the last one that I do during a pandemic.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
I've only been in one other movie, and they're kind of similar. They're both like crime, drama, thriller type of films. So, you know, the difference is the time period, but even my character's arc a little bit similar in that, you know, you really don't expect what happens in the end. You're kind of, you know, you don't see it coming, and I think the audience will be pleasantly surprised with Vanessa because she kind of pops up in the beginning and then you don't really give her a second thought. And then in the end, she kind of has devastating effects on the outcome of the film. Yeah, she was so much fun to play, and I think it'll resonate.
Yeah, well, I mean, every script is a thing into itself. There's certain things that seem to happen in crime movies, no matter what they are. People doing bad, and usually the bad guy getting his comeuppance. But everything is different. I couldn't compare this to any other movie. It's just in that genre, but each movie stands on its own.
In the movie, you guys don't know each other, and this makes your characters have some collaboration issues. So what was it like for you guys in the real life to work with each other?
Well, we've known each other for a minute, so we didn't have to get over that hurdle. I hadn't worked with each other again, like I said, was a goal of ours, but we work in a very similar way, which was great to experience. And by that, I mean, we each have our own process individually, but we're both collaborative. We both like to talk about the scenes and what it is we're trying to, and what it is not just that we're trying to accomplish in the scene, but how the scene fits in the whole movie. So it's great to meet somebody who isn't just trying to do things to make themselves look better. Benicio and I were always concerned about how are we going to make sure that what we're doing makes the entire thing better.
We're sending a man that works in an office to pick something up. You are part of a babysitting team watching his family while he does it.
I would like to start with Noah. What is it like for a young actor to be in a movie with so many experienced people? Did they give you any kind of tip?
A little bit scary, I guess. But I guess, you know, just going on set and meeting everyone and seeing how they work is just very eye-opening for me. And I had such an incredible experience just sitting back and watching other people work and perceiving everything. And you learn so much from just watching and listening.
And now for both of you, as the kidnapped, your characters need to remain calm even under enormous stress. So how was the preparation for this kind of experience?
Tons of push-ups.
Me and Amy were in the gym every morning, just like working out.
Eating a hard body, and then smoking tons of cigarettes while working out. And for me, yeah. The way that Steven works is it's very spontaneous, and he's expected you, and out of complete respect, for you to have done all the work before you get there, of like thinking about what you might do, but then opening up and be like, we got to play in the moment, and then you just have to roll with it. It's almost like playing like improvisational jazz in a way.
What is going on?
What's going on, big guy?
Yeah, what are we doing?
We're following instructions. Are you helping me or are you not helping me?
No.
Well, your characters represent classic types of mafia. What are the challenges of living figures like these?
Don't get shocked. I don't know. The challenges of being a gangster.
But that's an on-the-job hazard. It could happen. You might have to shoot someone, but it's not like it's personal. It's a job.
Gangsters don't see themselves as gangsters. They're people who have needs, aspirations, caring like everybody else. But somehow there are people who are, if they have a goal, do not get in their way.
You find yourself watching this film and you're rooting for, you're pulling for, you're hoping for the success of an anti-hero, which is great fun.
Yeah, and that leads for my next question, because in your careers, both of you already have been the bad guys and the good guys. So which one is more fun to play, the heroes or the villains?
The good bad guys and the bad good guys.
Yeah, I'm just glad to have a job.
Brandon, you have scenes that are tense and sometimes hilarious at the same time. How do you balance the mood in these moments?
I think that you just got to play everything like you're deadly serious, no matter how your audience, i.e. you, will receive it. I didn't know if this was funny or it was not. I mean, it depends on what you like in films. I mean, you're going to watch a movie that keeps you guessing all the time. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's around the corner. And I think it's important just to be true to the motivations of whatever the character is. The character I play is, he's a nasty piece of work. He's trying to climb up the ladder of organized crime. It's not going well for him. He's trying his very best. He's kind of rotten from the inside out. You can tell. That's why I had them make fake teeth for me. They're nasty. Just come see the movie. You'll know what we're talking about. No Sudden Move does not disappoint.
Thank you. Set up, man.
God called me, offering me $10,000 to turn you in. 15 for the white guy.
Think he's the only one that can make a move? I can make a move too.
I have the keys. I like to listen to the radio.
I'm curious, thinking about how do you think that some other of your characters, like Hopper, Alexei, and even Hellboy, will deal with what Matt goes through the film?
Yeah, it's real fun to think of like the Red Guardian as coming, a bunch of gangsters telling him to go get a document in a safe because, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they all have a lot more self-confidence than Matt Wirtz. I think they have a lot less desperation. There'll probably be a lot more punching and a lot less whimpering. But I think, Matt Wirtz is the guy for the job. He's the only guy for this one.
The film makes a beautiful portrait of the USA in the 50s. So how was it for you to do this time travel?
The 50s is actually a period of time that I've read quite a lot about. And so it was really cool to see all sort of the things that I've read materialize in front of me, from the costumes, even to the burgeoning racial reckoning that happened in Detroit, right after. And obviously the problem with no name for white suburban housewives, all of that was really all present in the movie. And I thought it was a testament to all the department heads for doing such a specific and detailed job, especially Marcy Rogers, who did the costumes.
Yeah, I just love the cars. I love cars, man.
Yeah.
I wish I had a car from 55 still, or 50. This would be 54, 53. Yeah, they're gorgeous.
So beautiful.
Organized crime like the mob. Well, I guess that's the $64,000 question, isn't it? It's been a long day. I'll put this over you so I can relax.
So the film is full of tension, twists, and humor. So I'd like to know which part of this project attracted you the most.
Exactly what you said, that it had all of those elements, and that's rare. And they were well executed by the writer. And then you have faith in Steven also, so you know it's going to be something that's special. So that's what got me.
The whole thing. I mean, Steven Soderbergh, he could send you a blank script with no words on the page and you'd be like, when and where? Yeah. So, and then it comes down from there. Ed Solomon's obviously a legendary writer, and all of these actors that we've been watching our whole lives and admiring. It was just everything.
Yeah, and just that iconic Steven Soderbergh gangster movie that we've seen with for me, my first introduction to it was a movie like Out of Sight, which I remember seeing that movie and just being like, whoa, like I didn't even know movies could really do that. I was like, whoa, when I'm in there, I just feel so cool. And like, I just feel so like, oh, and so to get this, and it has similar, I mean, he's doing something different. And he's at a different place in his life. But it still has that feel, that like, you know, the colors and the shots and the movement of the camera and the costumes. And I just love that aspect of it. I couldn't believe that I was going to be a part of that.
And now an exercise of imagination. If you were in a scheme and everything went wrong, what would you rather run away or improvise to see what happens?
I am not creative enough to improvise and see what happens, or courageous enough. I would just run away. I would call the cops. I'm the worst to ask this question. Frankie, I feel like you'd fare better.
I guess it just depends on like what kind of danger we were dealing with. But I like to figure out how to get things, like how to twist and turn things and get things like come at things from like a different angle.
Nice.
I think I'd probably kill the family.
Oh my, it's so funny. My instinct isn't that. I think mine is more like, it's not even torture, but when I play it through, I actually think it is more psychologically fucked up than what you just said, which is I would hold a gun and be like, tell me like your deepest, darkest secrets, and tell me like everything that you don't want to tell me. I want to know about your life, because I'm just like a collector of stories. But now that I realize that that's like a little more sick than just like ending it.
Than just killing people.
Drawing it out. It's torture.
Just sitting them down in the living room.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me
Peggy.
those shit that you
Peggy,
can do.
you're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to fall on my sword and tell the cops that I lost my mind and I'm Don Cheadle and please don't put War Machine in jail. I'm just gonna punk out immediately. I'm too afraid to go to jail. Sorry.
Yeah. I didn't mean it. Yeah. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Benicio would say he was acting. He's like, dude, I was preparing for a role.
It wasn't me. It was Steven Soderbergh's idea.
Yeah, exactly. Put it on Steven. Yeah.
I'm not robbing anybody. I might steal your heart.
Oh man, you already did.
Thank you.
You having a good time?